Honkai started by Suri. Enjoy.
Do we still have the upper hand? Ready for another?
I underestimated you. I'll see you off.
Some value existence is unity. Every petal...
All will be swept away by the wind.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Light of moonlight.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return!
All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Let's settle this.
Nowhere to run.
Enjoying yourself?
So this is the warmth of life.
Eternal. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Receive divinity.
Save it for your own skin.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return! You chose the wrong enemy. Bloom.
Save it for your own
Enemy
skin.
data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Ready for another? Existence is unity.
Tedious.
Every petal in life's all will be swept away by the wind.
Commencing support.
Eternal.
Light of moonlight.
I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Try harder.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Nothing major.
Ready for death.
Grace and elegance.
Ready for another?
Stand down.
There's more to life.
Tedious. Light of moonlight.
Very well. Out with the old and in with the new. Very well. Out with the old and in with the new.
I taste nothing.
Do we still have the upper hand?
Stand down.
There's more to life. Existence is unity.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
Every petal in life, all will be swept away by the wind.
Grace and elegance. Eternal. Ready for another?
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
Do we still have the upper hand? Existence is unity.
I'll see you off.
Enjoying yourself? Enemy targets detected.
Blade of moonlight.
Grace and elegance.
You chose the wrong enemy. Nothing
Mention
major.
support. Ready for another?
Some value as eternal.
Enemy targets detected.
Receive divinity.
Thanks for the support.
Stand down. Blade of moonlight.
Grace and elegance. Enjoying yourself?
Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
Very well. Out with the old and in with the new. The path is clear. Let's get going. Very well. Out with the old and in with the new.
around.
Oh, right. I need your help with something else. That curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't... Curio's gone missing, and I can't just forget about it. Go find it for me when you have the time. I'm sure you can manage that, can't you? Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's alive, but it doesn't have a body. Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something important, but I can't remember. If only there were some hints, then maybe...
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta if you want someone to help you.
My memory is kind of hazy. What did I do after that? This is what I recall before I met Herta, but I can't remember. Let me try to remember the conversation.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. Maybe the researchers at the Departments of Ecology or Insight may have an idea? Hinkle and are around here somewhere. I'd suggest you ask them about it.
Asta seems to have mentioned two names. Two researchers from the Departments of Ecology and Insight.
Those despicable villains are distorting the truth online. Ugh. If I discover who's behind this, they're gonna wish they'd never crossed me. A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body? Isn't that just a jinx? Oh, nowadays people call them wubbaboos? Well, I might be the Department of Ecology head, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to curios. Adler would be of more help, but he's been investigating some paranormal phenomenon. I haven't seen him all day. I must say, it's a little embarrassing for the space station to be in such disarray while guests are visiting. We've been through a huge crisis and are still recovering. But there are some who are trying to exploit the chaos to agitate the workforce. People are growing more and more distrustful of the management here. It's probably turned into a big headache for Asta, too. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling you this. It's something that we researchers need to resolve ourselves. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Adler.
Hal yang paling tak benci nih kayak gini.
Right. Then... I ran into Arlen. Adler was with him. And...
I saw it. I saw that person disappear. They vanished. Right?
What do we do?
Yeah. Whatever.
I say,
All right. Just cut the pleasantries and...
no need to be modest. At my age, though, I confess I did hear some...
I have faith in your abilities. So, how about my...
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How's someone like me supposed to make out the small print? I'm not getting any younger, and my...
Sure thing. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled.
it's happening again. Adler was with Arlen.
What? He went to the scene alone with Peppy?
Calm down, Brother Arlen. I know you're upset.
We're walking the dog.
We're having a walk.
Like I said, we're...
So I'm the dog?
They seem to be hiding something.
Is there something you need?
Oh, really? What a coincidence. We're looking for... That kid sure is brave, running straight to the scene on his own. No danger. Of course he's not in danger. Brother Arlen, I can't keep this up anymore.
Can you leave the talking to me next time? Let's walk and talk. Why are you looking for Adler? A lost curio. I see. He'll be able to help. Careful. The fragmentum in this area is very unstable.
Let's wait.
The moon shines on the truth.
Repay!
Enemy targets detected. Ready for another?
Blade of moonlight. Do not concern yourself with the outcome.
Over there! As I thought, he's in trouble. Let's go!
Do we still have the upper hand? Some value eternal. Enjoying yourself? Commencing support.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight.
Receive divinity.
So this is the warmth of...
You chose the... Ha!
Ready for another?
Peppy! Are you okay?
That's me. What's up?
He wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's in your hands now. Oh, about that investigation I asked for.
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, which curio do you want to know about? That's all you got? Too abstract. Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh, she's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right either.
Huh? What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis, but it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom? Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something.
I figured you'd come to... I'm sorry.
just as I thought. I vaguely remember that. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a... How's it going? Did you find the information? I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? See? My researchers are... just business as usual. Nothing to worry about. After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again. Yes, 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances. That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already? Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that...
A curio that's alive.
The other person should be from the Department of Identifying that person is crucial.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces of...
I think she mentioned something if only there were some hints.
Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich?
I'm not...
It's all taken care of. Here's the account you asked for. It's legit and
Sure.
Oh, you flatter me. I'm small scale. Best left under the table. But if you ever make it big in the guild...
Again? How many times has it been? You're really...
Here, too. Did my memory piece together irrelevant information? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say?
I say, what a... I'm not... No need to be modest. At my... Though, I confess I did hear someone say you were...
Sure. Can I help you with...
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How someone like me... I'm not getting any younger.
Again? How many times has it been?
Oh, another smart look...
Huh. Asta told you to find me? A curio that doesn't have a body. However, I've heard of such a species. A colleague who... don't get me wrong. I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The disappearances Asta mentioned are the Xianzhou species Emily mentioned.
I figured you'd come to me. I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
I'm sorry. I see. Could you also tell that... I'll be honest with you. There's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire... That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. The words they used were... spontaneous...
Have you asked the Department of Ecology? Huh. She's not...
Huh?
Huh. She's not... Ah, that's right! They're called Heliobi! I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi... Huh. Now that you mention it, let's call it a day.
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That's most likely the truth. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an... Send me a signal when you see traces of it.
I think she mentioned something. If only there were some hints.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. It's an energy like... Send me a signal when you see traces of... That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ask Asta.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. My ears certainly are. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Affirmation. We can ask her.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours. But as it stands, not a single soul can corroborate his story.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies, it's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. It is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still... If he is truly innocent, he can clear his name with answers. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. However, she did give a thorough description.
True. you wouldn't be
Why do I feel like I'm being looked?
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Sure, but you're the one saying the curio in question is ordinary.
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet...
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out...
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation.
Yes. That seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now? So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management, ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion, and...
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be linked to the space station, but would still they wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Two birds. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
I remember now.
That's enough pretend. Cut the act. You're perfect.
Correction. There.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Doubt me all you like. I'm just an outsider. You and I are no different. We both stumbled into this, but you...
Oh? You'll cut the act. You're perfectly...
Correction.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, clearly, though. It bears researchers' disappearances, you say?
I remember now.
That's enough pretending. Researchers Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that, but then what? You need to provide evidence to show...
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when the space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
If these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record...
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh?
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
This is...
a declaration of war, and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already paying a visit. It almost seems like this space station is more suited for the path of destruction than erudition.
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads is even the
Japella Brotherhood. I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown, but something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. That video will soon circulate, and this station's fate? Flame.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into...
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can.
Where there are people, there is noise.
Not good. This is serious. The security department will do whatever we can to help you.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Okay.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people. I don't know. That depends on your friend.
아이고.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the department.
I didn't really notice at first. Adler's difficult to get a hold of but it's been a few system hours, and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wen Sherling from the Department of Implement Arts.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet couldn't confer his knowledge. If his disappearance is also related to the case here, then maybe he really did stumble upon something.
True. The keywords that got Adler thinking were energy life forms. Duke Inferno is also an energy life form. We need to investigate this.
Jerk, fine! Disappear! I don't ever want... Oh, it's you. It's Adler. Adler disappeared. He's been acting really weird recently. Always researching stuff like spontaneous combustion, supernatural activities. He doesn't even answer me when I speak to him. He was talking to himself.
What did he talk about?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, he was reading this booklet the last time I saw him. I don't know exactly what he's searching for, but I hope it...
So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with Lady Asta and Mr. Screwbone.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now. How are things with you?
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're in deep trouble. We're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected... First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital... The next angle is what the victims have in common. Last is the abilities of Duke
The link between the three...
First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital...
I understand.
Tenuous connections. First, Adler's disappearance. The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the You probably already know about the fire demon of Fatora, the Duke of the Annihilation. Last is the abilities of Duke Inferno. During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, the flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property, look. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. This booklet describes a kind of kindling of this I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, Adler kept... I believe this word was actually phase. He saw Member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet. As a scion of the Phase Flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that is the truth of the spontaneous human... We don't know where the victims went, but Duke Inferno's plan is now clear. And the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided the best environment for chaos to fester. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. It will push the crisis from the dark into the light, catalyzing it into new growth and bloom. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers.
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it. Mr. Ratio, please go with Mr. Trailblazer and contain the fire. I will head to Herta's. Mr. Ratio.
Harnessing and tempering the instincts of life. You know more of such things than myself. The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Like Skrullum said, it cannot escape from... Do you know what to do with cornered prey?
The fire is dying.
It's still resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. I can deduce its escape route with a mere glance. Mediocre. I'm asking questions. Test.
There's always a weakness.
Some value, I suppose. Eternal.
You chose the wrong.
Lend me your strength.
Answer me. I'll see you off.
Your assistance is timely.
Got the defense? Test.
Lend me your strength.
Troublesome.
SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Got the defense? Test. Fail.
Lend me your strength.
Your answers? Answer me. Mediocre. I'm asking questions. Test.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
Answer me. 0 points. SAS Perk. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. The flame is getting weaker. Duke...
Let's wait and see.
Sound lingers.
Repay.
Eternal.
Test. 0 points.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Your answers? Answer me. Fail.
A moment's excitement, nothing more.
Seems like this... For the theater of the mediocre. Test. 0 points.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Answer me. Fail.
I'll see you all.
Round windows.
Let's wait and see.
Repay!
Eternal.
I'm asking questions.
Test! 0 points!
Lend me your strength.
SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Answer me.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the fire. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. But next time, expect no intermediaries. I will...
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno... Oh? No. Hold on. Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we?
Lend me your strength.
Your answers? Test. Fail.
Existence is unity.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Answer me.
0 points.
There's always a weakness.
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
I'm asking
We've entered the
questions.
storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Test.
There's more to life.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Stay away.
Your answers? Answer me. Fail.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
I'm asking questions. Test. So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
Answer me.
There's always a weakness. Lend me your strength.
SAS. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. I'm asking questions.
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
I'll see you off.
Test. The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Every petal and all will be swept away by the wind.
You chose the wrong.
This battle is unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Your
We've entered
answers?
the storm. To guard and defend! Crush them!
Test. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
I'll see you off. I'm asking questions.
Answer me.
Eternal.
You chose the...
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
Test. Fail.
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, sir. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the space station beneath your concern?
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlam. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the annihilation gap. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the phase flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated. calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar. And pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less gifted have no choice but to walk alone, enduring a lifetime of tumbles and triumphs. But even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude and despair, when help is absent, that fools grasp how to pick themselves up. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread. Regrettably, this space station is just like the Intelligentsia Guild, devoid of geniuses and filled with mediocrity.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable of leading us to the right conclusion. For the masses of the mediocre to reach a level of awareness, this is a necessary rite of passage.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
it is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
Seize the moment!
More business, eh?
Relax. Let's be friends. Yeah!
I'll see you off.
Stand still.
Welcome, customers.
Relax.
Let's be friends. Yeah!
Stand still.
We're just having fun.
You chose the...
Peace.
Let's wait and see.
Does that hurt?
Repay.
Seize the moment.
I'll see you off.
Relax.
Welcome, customers. Yeah!
Stand still.
Let's be friends.
Let's settle this.
Relax.
Yeah! Welcome, customers. Yeah!
Stand still.
We're just having fun.
May as well kill them all.
Let's be friends.
I don't know. This one looks
Let's
kinda
wait
tough.
and see.
Does that hurt?
Repay!
We're in trouble now.
More business, eh?
Relax.
I underestimated you.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Welcome, customers.
Stand still.
We're just having fun.
May as well kill them all.
You chose the wrong.
Relax.
Seize the moment.
Nothing major.
More business, eh?
I'll see you off.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's be friends.
We're just having fun.
Let's settle this.
Stand still.
Welcome, customers.
Relax.
Can we talk?
Receive divinity.
Better late than never.
Let's wait and see.
Does that hurt?
Repay.
Let's be friends.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
What's that?
More business, eh?
Let's settle this.
Relax. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra. I'll see you all.
Stand still. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's wait and see. Trouble ahead. Proceed. I'm with you.
Does that hurt?
Repay.
Good, the stronger the better.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra.
Receive divinity.
Better late than
Good
never.
times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
Sagacious discernment.
Relax.
You chose the...
Seize the moment. Remember this moment.
Stand still. We're just having fun. Ouch.
Bloom.
Better late than never.
Relax. I'll see you off.
Let's wait and see.
I don't know. This one looks kinda tough.
Does that hurt?
Repay.
We're in trouble now.
Adjusting calculations. Executing annihilation.
Talk.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers, I charge extra. I'll see you off.
Relax. Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. still.
Reevaluating. Initiating.
Receive divinity. I owe you one. More business, eh? What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
1,001. -1!
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom. Relax.
Let's be friends. Yeah!
We're just having fun. Let's settle this.
Protocol terminated. Purge initiated. Evaluating variables.
Welcome, customers. Yeah!
Module overload.
1,000 wonders. -1!
Executing operation.
Boom. Thanks. You're too
Eternal
good to me.
dead return!
Value exceeds threshold.
I underestimated you.
May as well kill them all.
More business, eh?
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
What are you waiting for? To betray my customers? I charge extra.
Reinforcing. Executing annihilation. Hide this individual.
The human body is beautiful in its fragility.